Hiya, so I'm just going to get straight into this one. Before I do, because there might be a lot of dates shown and numbers, and I don't want the actual overall thing to get lost in translation with it. But you'll see when I get towards the end what the conclusion has kind of led to at the minute regarding this date, anyway. As to whether it will be on this date or progress after, I don't know, but there's definite connection to do with France. Okay, first of all, the French Connection. French Connection is a film starring Gene Hackman. Gene for your DNA. Hack, well, read into that what you will, but it could mean all sorts. But man is the key bit as well, because there's been a clear man code and pattern going along, as well as the woman, male and the female, because it's always about the duality of that. So yeah, key point to take in at the beginning, not lose sight as we go along, is the French Connection. Okay, specifically possibly with Emmanuel, he's got man in his first name, Macron. But anyway, yeah, that date, 24th of September, there's been a lot of, I don't know, underground talk, I suppose is the best way to describe it. No one in my actual outdoor reality, as you call it, beyond YouTube, knows anything about it. But yeah, something curious about the date coming up. The 8/8 covered already, to do with the Lions Gate at Buckingham Palace. She passed 8 days, 8 months into the year on the September 8th. I just want to look at then the first date connection that I found, because it's, as you can see there, that's the date we're going to be discussing in the vid, to February 14th then, Valentine's Day, just as a starting point, because that happened to be Queen's birthday, 4 months 21 days difference. I'm not going to show her birthday, you can easily look that up, but it's April 21st, 4th month, 21st day. It's also almost the exact amount of days, it's 143 days, only one difference. That's your first date code there then, so you can see the 4 months 21 days, but that date difference for days itself is only one short of being 142, which would of course look like 14th of February, wouldn't it? Very close. So almost 2 in 1 there. It's got April 21st for the bit below. Next one I wanted to look at was the variation of 9/11 for 9th of November of this year. So that happened to be 6 weeks, 4 days. 8 times 8 for your 64. Just show you what else that has, because it's a bit of a more of a visual. So this one's also 1 month, 16 days there. Which would look like that. All you have to do is just flip that upside down and you've got your 9/11 again, haven't you? So that was just that one. Yeah, 6 weeks, 4 days. It's just there. Next curious date I went for was the year later, but the double 11. Somehow that's reverse pi in days. 413. 3.14 backwards. So that's your 314 in reverse. But again, I needed to show you this one because of that bit there. So that's your revelation connection to that date. It's your 1318 there. In the reverse pi. The 1111. It's a remembrance day. Remember that future always. Future in a few days is this one. I'm recording this on Wednesday, 21st of September. Up until the 11th of November 2023, remember that future date. So that's reverse pi and revelation down there. It's pretty weird that it's got all these date connections, even to future ones of significance. So that's a variant of 9/11. 777 days there. Just this very last date code connection was with Donald Trump's birthday from this year. 102 days. That's 10-2. You'll notice on most watch pictures it's at the 10-2 position with the hands. So time link. Also a bit of a 144 down there. 12 times 12, 12 Fibonacci. Time in Jewish gematria. The one I want to focus on is that one for the minutes. 146880. You may already know what I'm getting at on that one. Remember, this is Donald Trump's birthday to this 24th of September. Curious date. Because it's just super curious how, well, when it's written down you see it a bit clearer, don't you? So this date coming up from Trump's birthday to that date coming up, that's how many minutes it is. That's his date of birth, 14th of June 146. That's the 88. Time link again. Queen, Lionsgate. 8 months, 8 days into the year she passed Buckingham Palace. She went back home. But then you're left with a circle, and you still don't even remove that because we already know the date connection with Queen and Trump established with the 360 circle. I mean, for me, I couldn't believe that one. I should have probably just not even recorded the other date ones. I should have just led with that, hey? I can't just show one date because that's just, you need others. Boom, on that one. All of this year as well, both dates of this year. Minutes to reveal that. Pretty incredible for me, that is. I'm conscious now of how long this recording will gonna take, so I'm just gonna scroll down through this, but you may have to pause and just take it in for yourself, just to make it a bit quicker. (696) being that 9-6 variant there. That reveals that 111 again. 42 degrees for the rainbow. Again, that reveals her age. That one. And that one at the end, it's a bit of a time hidden away for her date, 8th of September. So that's the numerology, the date bit. Now then, this is where I'm going to get into what I mentioned at the beginning and how I found the French connection. First, that's the figure that we've been given for the viewers, 28 million. 2nd of August, it can be written 28, is day number 214. That's also like the Queen's 21 of the 4th month for her birthday. 28 as well, of course, is 2 times 14. You've got those same numbers there, 214, haven't you? With the X in the middle for the female. Also the Valentine's Day link from earlier. Right, so that's the 28 million covered. The X for that woman, and the 2 times the 14. Because it's the connection with the man, yeah, the man and woman code. Did they watch all this at home? It was a lockdown day pretty much in the UK. It felt like it again for that one day. Most people would have been at home. Hom, covered the excuse me, the ER bit for her earlier in the last video. Homer, Hom is French for man, so that's the first link for the French with the Homer. Homer links to Ulysses. That was the Latin for the main character in Homer's Odyssey. Odysseus was the main character, which is in Latin Ulysses, written by Homer. Okay, so what's the Ulysses connection? Well, there's a person called President Ulysses Grant. So President, French, home, Hom. We've already got to Emmanuel Macron there, haven't we? Let me just show you what this Ulysses Grant business is all about. Because grant's another name for money, isn't it? You're giving funds, so there's a financial connection possibly as well. This Ulysses Grant was part of the New York Gold Exchange scandal. On the 24th of September in 1869. Show you this bit here. That's just the Ulysses connection. So Homer, Hom, E-R, Elizabeth Regina. And this I'll leave the link for because it's the Black Friday 1869. That's that president there, Ulysses Grant. That date is the 24th of September, okay? This year will be the 153rd year anniversary of that. 153. That's a huge number, biblically speaking, but also mathematically speaking, also in the female aspect. Apologies if that seemed crude in the way I was drawing that, but it was intentional because that's what it represents and looks like. But also the fish shape as well, of course. 153 years. So yep, so that year to where we are now, 153-year difference. Just reminded me of the phrase that I mentioned a while back, shooting fish in the barrel again. Barrel of oil, linking to that financial thing, the exchange, New York Gold Exchange. Oil's known as liquid gold, isn't it? So could it be to do with the economy as well? But there's a definite French link, clearly with the Homer, home, er, hom for man, man and woman. Clear code of that been going on. Ulysses Grant for this date. French man president, yeah, man. So let's get on to that, the Emmanuel Macron, just to finish it off. As I was writing all this down, this was yesterday's date when I wrote all that you've watched in the video in my notebook, and they were actually meeting up in, of all places, oh, New York, look, because there's a General Assembly going on. So that's Macron there, and our new Elizabeth. One's left, and we've got the new one. Do we trust? Yeah, so there's a link there already with yesterday when I was figuring all this out. So I'm just going to show you then what came to mind just by visualizing and looking at his name. Because at first glances he's just got loads of anagram possibilities, because the only vowel he's missing is I. Made me think of I, fall, tower. It's the only vowel missing from his first and last names there. 3 M's standing out. Yeah, the chemical. Big corporate chemical company 3M. But in man, man straight in the middle. L at the end for God. Macro for being big, meaning big. N for the lightning bolt shape at the end. So an energy connection. Blackout possibly. Is there going to be a shocking event or news France-wise this 24th of September date in specific? That's just first glance of his just first name. Let's now move it into that backwards format. Nork AM. Nuke in the morning. I don't know. Similar sounding, similar looking. Next one then, just for N again for the lightning. We've established a shape for that. You're left with orca. Orca is a killer whale. Black and white symbology. On and off for electric. Man and woman, black and white. Specifically there with the M left over for Norca, and then M. That's M for his M Emmanuel Macron. He's got 3 of them. Killer whale.